Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today we just got a brand new trailer for She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. That is the name of the whole series. And of course, you know, Moon Knight ended like, what, 2-3 weeks ago. And now we get She-Hulk, which I gotta say, this is, you know, kind of like Moon Knight. It's one that I didn't quite know what to make of. Although this one is, you know, I think for obvious reasons, is bound to have more actual MCU connections, and we even got some hints of possibly some things that are going to be in the show back when we saw Shang-Chi. So actually, let's, you know, we'll leave it at that. Let's go ahead and play the trailer, and here we go.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Oh, there she is.
I'm Jennifer
green.
Walters.
Yep.
I'm a lawyer. I have great friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
A demanding job.
We just started
What?
a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
Superhuman Law. Oh, there's
and a
what's his
frustrating
name?
family.
Lansky.
You didn't ask for this, but you still gotta deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Hulk looks good.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing. Oh.
That's gonna make certain people angry.
It feels like if I don't
Right,
transform,
so.
I'm gonna die.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
Okay, teaching her how to use it. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Lawyer.
Can you tell us where She-Hulk is?
Jen, you're a story now.
Girl, your ass looks crazy right now.
The CGI doesn't look bad.
Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Who is that? Wait, who? Oh, there's Abomination. August 17th.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
This is the best date I've had in a while.
Oh,
Should we split some fries?
let's get those to go.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so there are certain elements in this that I can already tell. Look, there's a crowd on the internet who will get mad about anything, but there's a very specific crowd who will get mad at everything. Yeah, I can already tell you that there's some elements in here because, you know, the central character is a female, and then they're, you know, naturally they're going to address things about like living life as a modern woman, right? So those elements alone, there's already been some really stupid push across certain sections of the internet called like the MSHU, that's what they're calling it, which it's a whole thing. Anyways, this is definitely gonna piss certain people off, but you know what, I don't care about those people. Anyways, so let's go through this. Do we recognize any of those buildings actually while we're looking through this here? Is this not working? Why am I not going back? There we go. Okay, my little rewind button was not working. Okay, here we go. So I see carpenters. I don't think any of these are like recognizable buildings. In fact, where is this meant to be? Is that New York? I actually can't tell. I've never actually been in New York in real life. I only know it from movies, so I don't recognize the New York skyline really. So I will say this one thing. A lot of people, including myself, were kind of worried, like, how would the CGI look in this? Because and this is an interesting facility, because obviously her entire character involves a lot of CG, and I gotta say, it doesn't look bad. I don't think it's quite like movie quality realistic, but like I think we're at that level where like even these like smaller, you know, not quite the movie budget, we're at this stage where like you can just do this now, you know. So it looks pretty good. Also, of course, I think the actor's name is Tim Roth, I think. So of course Abomination is back. We saw him in Shang-Chi, so we knew that not only was he back, but he also had like a slight redesign from the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie. But it is him. That movie is in continuity, you know, like it all happened. So he's been in this. Let's see, if Marvel right now is like at the end of 2024, I think that's still where they're at timeline wise, and those events happened in 2008. Like, he's been in jail for a minute, you know, like he's it's kind of funny actually. Wait, one more thing, sorry. He had a logo. What is that logo? He's got like a little logo here. I can't tell what that is. Some sort of logo on his jail outfit here. So yeah, it looks like they're on a superhuman law division, which is really interesting. And of course, she goes to visit. Now I know that in the comics, I believe the explanation is that like she needed a blood transfusion, and of course, you know, Bruce Banner, being her cousin who has like the same blood type, did the transfusion, and that's how she gets Hulk blood. I don't know if that's still gonna be the way that it happens here, but yeah, she has to learn how to activate her powers here and how to control it, which is pretty cool. I do like that we're gonna get some of you know, Bruce Banner making his own, like, he's got his own lab, his own facilities. It feels like when it comes to the Avengers movies, which of course the Hulk has, you know, since 2008, the Hulk hasn't had his own movies. He's only been like in the crossover things. It feels like we haven't gotten a lot of like Bruce Banner's actual like personal life, you know, like we don't see his lab, we don't see his stuff, that like where does he live, where does he sleep? He's pretty much just at the Avengers facility all the time, you know. So I do appreciate that. It looks like we're finally gonna get like a more peek into like, oh yeah, what does Bruce Banner do like when he's not being with the Avengers. Now here she rips off the door. I'm wondering, like, is she gonna lose control, or is she just like mad at him, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of curious about that. Like, is she going to have the same struggles that he had, where like he had to drastically learn over years to like become Professor Hulk? Now I believe, and again, I'm not like crazy familiar with She-Hulk, but like I believe the idea is that she doesn't have those issues as much. Like, she doesn't have like this crazy like out of control, like literally turns into a monster kind of thing. Let's see, who was this? Hold up. We saw some like energy stuff going on here. Okay, yeah, what in the world am I looking at? Hold on. Okay, so this guy's got some kind of energy helmet. I don't know what's happening here. She's throwing him around, but yeah, his helmet that he's got on is like doing something. That's interesting. Okay, what's up with that, I wonder? Interesting. Okay, so she's fighting someone with some kind of energy helmet. It just looks like a construction guy, but he's got, I do like that. I do like, you know, he's showing her the ropes, how to like, here's how you can jump, here's how. Okay, oh, a lot of stuff just happened. Gotta rewind. Okay, so you know, she becomes like a seemingly an overnight celebrity, which of course you would, right? Like, you're a giant green lady, like, yeah, you're gonna become a celebrity like instantly. So something seems to happen here in the middle of what looks like a courtroom. I can't tell who she's fighting. I believe the villain is supposed to be Titania or something. Again, I have no idea who that is. I just remember reading that. So this might be who that is there. And it here happens real quick. What is that? What am I looking at here? This show looks like it's gonna be more on the silly side, which I'm okay with that. You know, like, in fact, this kind of reminds me of Peacemaker, the Peacemaker show. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at right now. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to tell me what this is. That's hilarious looking. He looks funny. He reminds me of a vigilante from Peacemaker's costume. And yeah, so it looks like Bruce is gonna like test her and keep like, all right, here's what what happens if you wake up suddenly? Are you gonna like lose control? Oh, here we go. This looks like Titania. I believe that's who this is. Interesting. What's going on with her feet there? Her boots have like a bunch of golden tassels on them, I guess. I don't know what's happening right here. Yeah, so this is definitely gonna be a sillier show. I can already tell. This is gonna be it's not gonna be like super serious. The costumes look like they're just going for it. Because this is the main villain, and they're just like, all right, you got some tassel boots, I guess. But like I said, the CG looks great. And oh, here we go. Here's Abomination, and of course, this is his redesign that we saw in Shang-Chi. So I wonder if they're gonna say like, oh, he's just mutated even further, and that's why he looks different, or they're just not even gonna address it. They're just gonna say, yeah, he just looks different. Now, I am curious like what his role in this show is gonna be. Like, obviously, I think she's gonna be his lawyer. I'm assuming, right? Like it is partly a lawyer show. So that'd be kind of interesting. And along with that, of course, our other famous lawyer who was recently introduced back into the MCU, Matt Murdock, he's out there somewhere, and he was just Peter Parker's lawyer for a minute, you know. And if there is a super powered law division, I'm wondering if like Peter Parker's whole situation was like part of that for a minute, or you know, like there's all kinds of questions. There's all sort of things they can do here. So is Daredevil gonna show up in this show? It's possible. It's, you know, I don't know. But yeah, just overall, I think she looks pretty good. You know, like I think they did a pretty good job. You know, especially for like it's a streaming show. You know what I mean? So like, I think they did a pretty good job there. Let's see, was there anything else? Okay, yeah, and so she's gonna be dating, and I imagine that this is gonna be, you know, there's gonna be some part where the villains use this against her, you know, because she's gonna instantly gain celebrity status. You know what I mean? Because she's She-Hulk, like, right? So like, you're a superhero, and everyone, she doesn't do the secret identity thing, right? I guess it would be hard to, you know. So I imagine at some point, you know, her going on dates and her just being like super famous and well known, I imagine the bad guys are going to use that against her at some point. So I wouldn't be surprised if like her going on like these little social media app, dating app things, if that turns out to be like a bad idea, you know. Let's see, was there anything after that? No, that's pretty much it. So yeah, overall, it looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be a fun show. It's definitely like, this show is definitely like leaning more towards you know, the women demographic, which there's plenty of women Marvel fans, you know. So I know that there's gonna be obviously that crowd out there who's gonna be like, oh, it's the MCU, blah, 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 you know. Fuck off with all the noise, you know. Like, not everything has to be, you know, for the dude bros, right? Like, it's okay, we'll be fine, it's okay. Either way, it looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be a fun, silly show. It's pretty lighthearted. It's very colorful also. I mean, obviously she's green, but what I mean is overall, like, it looks colorful and bright, and yeah, it's kind of funny how, I wonder what the situation is where she like instantly becomes a celebrity. I wonder if she like loses control and it's all over the news and it's like, okay, I guess you're famous now. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, are they in California? I guess they're in California. Okay, so they're not in New York. I guess that explains it. Okay. I'm assuming there's a poster back there. So yeah, overall, it looks fun. It looks like a fun show. I think I'm gonna have fun with this. You know, like, every one of these Disney Plus Marvel shows has had their own kind of like vibe to it. You know, like Hawkeye was not so much of a serious show. It was a lot of fun, jokey parts. Moon Knight was like, you know, it was more weird than anything, I think, for Moon Knight. You know, they tried to like kind of get a little psychological, and then it was kind of like some episodes were like Indiana Jones. Moon Knight was a little bit of a strange show, I think. But this one looks like it's gonna be colorful and kind of poppy and kind of just like, you know what I mean? Like, it knows what it wants to be, and I appreciate that, you know. So I feel like going into this one, I definitely know what we're getting. So that's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, that is She-Hulk. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you're feeling about this. And look, this is just one of those shows where, like, if you're on social media as much as I am, which, hey, maybe that's the problem, is that I'm on social media all the time. You know exactly what kind of things are going to happen, especially when a show that's aimed at a different demographic than the usual Marvel demographic, right? When a show's aimed like this, you know exactly what kind of crowds and what kind of nonsense are going to start popping up on social media, and I'm already anticipating it. In fact, I bet you right now those people are uploading their hate videos about how this is all SJW and all that. Anyways, going on a tangent. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about She-Hulk Attorney at Law. It looks like a fun, silly show. It doesn't look like it's going to take itself too seriously, and you know what? That's fine. I think Multiverse of Madness being a pretty crazy horror heavy show, or a movie, I mean, I think after Multiverse of Madness, I think it's okay to go more, let's do like a lighthearted one, you know, let's do one that's okay to be colorful and silly. Multiverse of Madness was like a heavy thing. So yeah, I think I'm ready for that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.